Okay, everyone. Make sure we're live. Still waiting on Ryan. Brik Maniak. Come on, Ryan. Good evening, Mr. Blue. I like saying it as if you're some sort of mortal enemy. Good evening. How's today been for you? Changed the angle of this monitor. It's really good setup. I can move the monitor like 4 feet any direction. Oh, is it just the battery? Or is it actually functionally dead and needs to be replaced? What's my poison tonight? Monster Salt. Hello, Arsenal.
Hey, Rick.
There's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
You said you were ready. Going like,
No, I know.
how is he?
I went out to get the headphones are still in the truck from our trip. And like,
Oh, okay. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Well, I was sitting here too. I was looking at my options for internet packages.
Oh, you're looking to get an upgrade?
Well, I looked at what we're paying, and I looked at what's available, and like the new packages are better than the one I'm on, and I'd be paying the same money. Like,
every year my wife fights with the cable company because we've been cable for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, about 5 years ago, I wanted to go with Bell for the internet because at the time they were kind of leading the way locally in Toronto, but or at least in my area in Toronto, and they had a very competitive package. And honestly, we've been on cable forever. So she basically, pulled full Karen on them and said, hey, we've been with you since the McLean Hunter days, 25, 30 years. What can you do? Blah, blah, blah. Because they've screwed with us on and off over the years with some of the deals they've given us and pulled back some deals. And it's like, so what are you going to do? Because we know what the other guys are offering. What are you going to do to keep us? And in the end, because I don't want no one coming in here. I don't want anything changing. I don't want new hardware. I don't want new holes in walls. I don't want none of that stuff. And if I can get really good service, but I tell you, the last 4 weeks, I'm not pleased with the service. So we're going to have some major talks.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing a lot of hiccups, and I don't think it's the router. I don't think it's their cable modem, and I don't think it's the home router, although I am prepared to spend a lot of money to get a new router. Mine's old, but they don't last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because a home router is basically a mini computer. And, where do we put them? Usually in a place where they get too hot or dusty and they don't get cleaned right or whatever. Mine is right under this huge metal desk, right beside the cable modem. And it's probably not ideal conditions. It's something I'm going to have to investigate. But yeah, it's been pretty horrible the last few months.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Miss Blue.
Oh, thank you. See, someone noticed the shirt. So my wife got this. Let's see. She got that at Niagara Falls. She picked up 2 shirts because I'm collecting the shirts now.
Yeah.
So I said, one of your goals. She was there Friday, work related, and I said you got to come home with a shirt. So at the end of the trip, she walked through, the gimmick place there at Niagara Falls, and she just FaceTimed the whole store. And I got to look at all the shirts. I said, okay, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. So she picked up a bunch of stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. I tell you, some of the, and I wanted something that looked really different. I didn't want to just say Canada or Niagara Falls. Like, no, I wanted something that was Canadian. And it's like, yeah, you get this wicked looking moose with the toque and the horns and the leaf behind it. Like, yeah, that's cool. I wasn't thrilled it was yet another black shirt. I got more black shirts than anyone on the planet, but
yeah,
that's what started me buying all the other shirts. Like, I was trying to get away from the black shirts.
I seen a picture on Facebook. Somebody showed it was like a bridge or whatever, like an enclosed bridge over an overpass in Edmonton. It showed a mama moose with two babies crossing through the.
Oh no, that's so
that
cool.
was in Edmonton. I don't know if that was just this week or when the picture come from, but I was like, oh, all right, that's Canadian.
Mr. Blue's checking up on you. So how you doing?
Hey, oh, I'm doing good. Very good.
Yeah, we don't have you on nearly enough anymore.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring the band back together.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe later tonight on the other stream, I might have. It could be nobody, or it could be a whole mess of people from the Canadian Brickers. Yeah, I actually gave them StreamYard's connections to the whole thing, because there's a whole bunch of them. VW Bricks, who's Jeff, and there's another Jeff. There's like a dozen guys in there, and we're all chatting it up. And like next week, I'm going to be on their stream with any luck, if I could. I was supposed to be on this week, and I just didn't manage it, and so we'll see what happens with that. But you, of course, are invited. But basically, I threw a lot of hooks out there, and we're going to see who. And you know what? Last time I did the midnight stream, it was actually okay, because it turned out there was a lot of us bored and refreshing the screen and watching the stupid little circle thing. So it's like, all right. I had my daughter go get 2 energy drinks. I got one now and one later. So I was sitting there an hour ago. We're watching the Ray Charles story on Netflix. What a great movie. Oh my God. Plus, I love the music. I don't like musicals. It's not a musical, but the story of his life and all that music was so good.
Charles. It's funny. I still get the two mixed up. It's Ray Charles and Ray Stevens.
Oh, well, that's a huge.
Well, I know, but somebody says Ray Charles, and I'm thinking in my head Ray Stevens. It's the other way around.
Yeah, I'll take. You know what? I'll take Ray Charles over Ray Stevens any day. I'm sorry, Ray Charles was something else. I forgot just how much of a junkie he was. They downplayed it some. He was a functional junkie almost his entire life. It barely affected his career, at least the way it was presented with the book and then the movie. But just a musical genius. And he kept trying new types of music that you wouldn't think, a young, well, not so young towards the end, but, a blind black gospel R&B guy. And he just tried all kinds of stuff, including country, when everyone said, don't you dare do country. And he did, and he was brilliant at it.
Well, I remember he was in... it wasn't too long ago I watched it. It was the Blues Brothers. He has that part in that movie.
Who, the actor or Ray Charles?
Ray Charles was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Playing as, what was it? Jamie Foxx played him.
Jamie Foxx. He's so good. I tell you, from a guy who started with In Living Color with the rest of his family, right? I mean, 2 or 3 other... Oh, wait. No. He's... In Living Color.
You're thinking of Wayans.
I am thinking of Wayans' family, and they're not actually related now I think about it. But he was part of that core group that started up on Fox with...
I don't remember Jamie Foxx in Living Color.
Oh, yeah.
That YouTube.
That I will back up. I'll eat my words.
I remember Jim Carrey and the Wayans and stuff like
Jim Carrey was something else on that.
Yeah.
The token white guy, and of course you had the one white girl.
Yeah.
The show was I mean, everything Fox was putting out at that time was so new and fresh and trying different things.
God, I haven't seen that show in years.
I listened to New Country Western.
From it in years.
You know what, Mr. Blue? If you go to my car, I got the pen drive, I'm told now, from all the trips across the country, and we'd listen to what's on the USB pen drive, but I haven't put any new music on it in probably 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
but it's half country on there.
See, I
I
don't
should
listen
really
to any of the
update
new
it.
country. I like old country. I despise the new stuff. I haven't even flipped to a country station probably 2 years.
Well, one of the problems in Toronto, like you would think, oh, we got everything. Our final real country station on FM anyway, not AM, but
Yeah.
on FM became, I don't know, 93.5 The Flow or something. And it's not bad music, it's just not country. And it's like,
Yeah.
that was it for FM country
Yeah.
in the Toronto and GTA
Well,
area.
I think my whole trip out west and back doing the loop, I was surprised how few stations I would pick up. At the most, I'd pick up two or three here and there go around the trip, and I think only around Regina was I picking up a country station, and even then I didn't listen to it. But I managed to always catch a rock station somewhere. I used to
Yeah.
listen to rock music the whole way.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of wish I still had the setup for Sirius in the car, just because
Oh
you
yeah.
have, those stations you can listen to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't. We had that in the 2015 RAV, but we don't have it in my 2018 RAV. And I don't really regret it because the nav kit was like an extra $1,500 or $1,800.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you get and it's not even that great because you're still dealing with old maps. So, and of course, you have the built-in Sirius tuner. You get I don't know how many months free, but I loved it on the first one, but my wife didn't, and she was right in the end. It's like, okay, so I got $100 GPS instead of the onboard nav because we were already just using the phones anyway.
Yeah.
So I got the Garmin in the dash for $100 on top of the dash for $100 instead of paying the 1,800. And the Sirius radio we probably weren't going to listen to because I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
So, that's another win for her. Hey, I see.
Same.
Oh,
Yep.
I see her. Hi.
He's hiding around there. Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
You're on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
And Twitch. Yeah. If anyone dares to log in.
Yeah.
What's annoying? When I go offline, I get an email from Twitch almost, I don't know, say within half an hour. This is your Twitch stream statistics.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how it's possible, but there's a negative sometimes that pops up on Twitch.
I was going to say, it just looked
YouTube
and
Facebook are okay. On Twitch, I got a negative. I don't know how
be
that
like
works.
The heartbeat, it's just deadline.
It's dead. I should just save the space.
Negative means a ghost is watching you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm being watched in Russia. That's why it's a negative.
Oh.
I'm big with the Ruskies.
Yeah.
Oh, those Canadian boys, they look like us.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard we're going to make a pipeline to them. I don't know if that's real, but that could be big bucks for Canada. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd rather build a pipeline to them than have them trying to sneak in up north and plant a flag on our land. I mean, 5 or 10 years ago, they went and put a flag in the ocean up there, which is crazy, but they did it.
Yeah.
And then Canada summarily went and pitched it. It's like, nope. And then the Americans started doing more flybys up there. It's like, yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah.
But what can you do? I mean, even with the ice melting, there's still so much ice. You can't see anything going under the like the subs. That's what it was. It was a sub, right? You can't see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And there's always perpetual cloud cover up there too. So the satellites are almost garbage.
You don't know what the Americans are doing up there. They're probably patrolling the water with the sub too.
And I'm happy to have them up there. Well, we used to allow, actually out your way, they did all the those drone tests and stuff. The missile that drops out of the bottom of the aircraft, the two wings come out and that thing flies on its own. They did all that testing out your way. And that was going on for years. I can't remember what base it was out of, but yeah, I mean, that was a handshake deal we had with them. And they were doing that over Canadian property for a long time. I mean, it was unarmed, but still, they perfected
maybe
the tech.
something with NORAD or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. It was part of that too. But they did a lot of testing and out of bases out of I don't think so much out of Ontario. I'm pretty sure it's out your way.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Manitoba or
the northernmost part of Ontario doesn't actually go that far because of the Arctic Ocean and stuff up there. But
yeah,
you guys, and then of course the Northern Territories.
yeah.
All three of them now. I still can't believe there's three of them. I mean, it just ruins all the old textbooks we had. We had two.
Yeah.
Way to change your geography, guys. And for what? What was gained by carving it up so there was another territory up there? I don't understand it.
Yeah. What was the point?
So that you could have even less representation, because you end up having, one or two sitting members at the federal level to represent even a smaller body of people.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. So you can see some of what I got.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit there.
It's funny how that works out. So I only went out today to pick up one package. And since I knew I had to go all the way out to FedEx, it's like, what's on Kijiji? What's going on? Actually, I was looking to see what was going on with some of my posts. And once I saw that, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And I saw, there was a set. Cool. And I'm talking with the guy, making arrangements, and it's telling him when I'm going to hook up with him. I got to go to FedEx first, blah, blah, blah. Good deal with him with the set. And then I always ask that pivotal question, what else do you have? So en route to FedEx, he's telling me, well, I got these other two sets I'm interested in. It's like, that's pretty cool. And then he says, yeah, but one's destroyed. Like, one looks like it's been run over or something. I go, how bad can it be? The photos looked horrible. And I go, is it sealed and is it still intact? He goes, yeah. I said, okay, I'm a builder. I would like it in nice condition, but whatever. I want a better deal then. I'm not paying full price for it. So we come to a deal, and that one I got for half price. Like, okay, that's great. Because none of these were terribly expensive, which is why I even bothered with the guy. And it's so en route to FedEx. Once I got to FedEx and was making my pickup there, it's like, okay, I'm coming at this time, which is only 15 minutes away from where he is. And I'll pick it up. So, I mean, I'm happy because I looked at these sets a year ago. Yeah. I was going to pay double what this guy was selling them for. Now, they would have all been perfect, like shelf worthy, pristine looking stuff. But what do I care? It's not just, no holes in it. No one's lifted anything out of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to build it.
Check the box anyways. So.
Yeah, because the days of me pretending I can keep all the boxes and have infinite space are all gone. Yeah. Keeping virtually none of them now. Although there's a set I'm working on getting that for sure, if I do get it and I show it off to you guys, you'll never see it open.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't want to jinx it too much, but basically, it's technically a one of one, and it is a real set. And I'm in I'm in a unique position to get it. And if I get it, it not only guarantees. Actually, I'll tell you what. So I will spill the beans a bit. I pretty much have. Well, I do have every mega warthog, right?
Oh yeah.
And anything I consider a warthog. But there's one I don't have, and it's pretty much one that no one has except for one guy, because Mega does a lot of business with this one place. So these guys, they kept it in their warehouse forever, and then eventually they put it online. And the worst part is now, while they're reputable, and I've dealt with them before, I can't get any new photos out of these guys. Like, oh, come on, guys, you're killing me. Because it's not going to be cheap, but it's a one of one. And I go from having every released warthog to having every warthog.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite the feather in the cap. And it's like,
isn't there a new one coming out?
Oh, there's a new one out all the time, right?
I was going to say,
there's a Razorback or something.
Oh, okay, maybe that's one I saw.
It is nice, but it's not a warthog. It's just
okay.
Another armored whatever. It's pretty close.
Armored vehicle.
And chances are I'd buy it. And if I haven't completed, a new compilation video, I would include it at least with honorable mentions because it looks so cool. But what's funny is it actually looks like a brand new Nissan SUV concept vehicle of something that in theory could be out by next year from Nissan. Yeah, I don't know what the name of the Nissan vehicle is, but there's a concept like 2021 or 2022 Nissan concept. If you look it up, you'd find it. It's a wicked looking SUV, but it's wide as all hell. You wouldn't be able to drive it in any city.
Yeah,
because you'd never be able to park it. It's so ridiculous looking.
It'd be like driving.
But it looks like it's a Moon Rover. It looks wider than the new Hummer.
I was going to say it'd be like driving one of the H1 Hummers or something like that.
Well, have you seen the new Hummer? There's a brand new one.
No.
Hummers are coming back.
Oh, really?
GMC. It's a battery. It's electric.
Oh, Christ,
I know. I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you want. You want a big 9,000 plus pound SUV, wide as all hell. It looks neat. Wide as all hell. Only goes 400 miles on whatever.
Yeah.
So that you can get stranded in the woods with no gas.
Well, that's just it. No way to charge the damn thing.
No.
Where can you go?
So this is a Hummer for the city, because if you're dumb enough to drive it, an hour or two away from the city, you're screwed.
Well, that's just it. You can't get it back.
You can't get it back. And it's like, hey, look at Tesla. He's putting superchargers everywhere, but he's the only one doing it.
Yeah.
And while there's generally adapters and ways to make it all work for everyone else's gimmicks, I wouldn't want to be caught, 2 hours up north in the woods with a 9,000 pound Hummer that you can't possibly refuel.
Well, I was surprised here. Just in the last 2 years, all of a sudden a charging station showed up at our our main mall, not our mini mall, but the mall area, I guess, in Brandon. But all of a sudden, just out of nowhere in the middle of the parking lot, a freaking charging station showed up.
Yeah.
So we've got a bay for 6 vehicles, I think, or something there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's they're starting to pop up at some Walmarts now around North America. So this is getting real now. It's finally getting somewhere. I mean, it's still not where I need it to be for me to invest in battery powered anything. Not dedicated battery. I would still want the option of gas. Even if I carry around half a tank of gas and never use it, I would want that option, because if the electric goes down, what are you going to do? Yeah, Mr. Blue. I caught that. That wasn't that subtle. We saw that you changed it again.
That's why I was just messaging him. It's you stayed Mr. Blue with most ever. Anyways.
Yeah, I've been calling you Mr. Yeah, I call him Mr. Blue anyway, no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, let me play around with this here. Wow, it's slow. Why? I'm clicking on. There we go. So let's move some stuff around. And we'll move this over here. And yeah, that kind of works. Okay, so kind of doing it ass backwards, but
Halo worse. I don't think I've seen that packaging myself.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that there's not a lot that's been done with that branding. And there's the crushed one. That's pretty gnarly. But it's not as bad, at certain angles you see it, but the original photography made it look horrendous.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that these are the same size as the buildable figure that I did a couple months ago. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Now, the original deal was for the blue guy. Now, do they have dimensions on this? Probably not. 26 pieces. Basically, it's mega, but it's magnetic connections.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2009. No heights on any of these guys.
I thought maybe it was a construction figure like the Star Wars ones, but
kind of.
kind
but
of,
only
sort of.
26-ish pieces. There's technically 2 more. A green one, of course, and another one that's kind of a different blue. 674 yellow. Okay, so which blue do I have? 673. So I need 677 and 671. If I were to try and complete them all. If he didn't actually have these 2, then I would have been very happy with that. I just wanted to get one of these figures just to compare it to the other guy.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, all 3 great.
That's
I
kind of
figured it'll look cool together. So yeah, another expansion to my Mega collection that I had no intention of expanding on. Yeah, horrible impulse buy. Actually, even the good boxes are like kind of, because there's so little in them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, none of these boxes are pristine. Magnetic Spartan,
Well,
when you get it in 3 or 4 languages.
When you opened the what do you call it, Cad Bane Speeder, did you notice how empty that box is?
Oh, it's horrible. It was horrible because it was the longest
huge
box. And what is it? 300 pieces? 500 pieces?
308
Yeah.
feet.
No, and that has to be one of the top contenders for the worst Lego Star Wars packaging to
just
product.
A waste, eh?
Huge
That's
waste.
what when I shot that last video. That's what I opened it, I took it out, and I was like, wow, this box is like in pristine shape. And then I turned it, and I could feel it was just like, but it's like empty. I was surprised.
What'd you get at Costco, Mr. Blue?
Uh-oh. I'd spend way too much money if we had a Costco in Brandon. From what I see of the sales they put on.
It's been like over a year since we had a membership to Costco. And when we did, we literally bought the membership to get the most recent batch of fans because we liked their tower fans. You probably hear one running in the background now. But yeah, and we're in no rush to get another one. My best friend's got a membership. My mom's got a membership. So I'm not terribly worried about it.
Yeah, if you need something, you can work around it.
How about before I open what I got, you want to show off something you got?
Yeah, sure. So
I'll give you focus. Oh, look at my screen. Actually, before you do, let me fix. Is it this one? Let's see if I can make it clean up. No, I got to do the secondary thing, which is aim it up, let it chill. And I guess that'll do. Nope. It's being a bitch. Here, I'll let it chill there. So let me do this. Ooh. All right.
There you go.
You got the focus.
So,
hey, Mama.
Sweet.
Two friends sets.
Amazon.
Oh, she's back into friends.
Yeah, you have that option in the big city. Even here, it takes like 5 to 7 days. That's with Prime shipping.
Well, see, Amazon's
you guys
funny.
Get spoiled.
Oh, we absolutely do. We have so many of the Amazon warehouses.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got probably 2 or 3 Amazon warehouses within walking distance of my warehouse. So it's like, it's it's pretty spoiled. And that makes that Amazon. After. Oh yeah, that Amazon Prime stuff gets delivered. Actually, here's a funny thing. So there's a guy working in my warehouse, and what does he do after work? He goes over to Amazon, and he's an Amazon delivery guy.
Oh really?
And no word of a lie, some of his the deliveries that he'll pick up are in his zone. He's actually picked up his own delivery. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no porch pirating his stuff. He's getting it right at the door.
Yeah, exactly. So
when he told me that, I had to laugh.
So this week, we went on a little holiday. We went out, we left Saturday morning, and we drove as far as Lloydminster, Alberta, first night. And then we spent 4 full days in Edmonton. So got to check out the Canada's largest Lego store in the West End Mall. So go check that out. Sadly, I didn't take any video. I didn't feel like it, so no vlogging or anything cool like that. But we had a blast. I bet you we spent, I'm sure we spent probably close to 11 or 12 hours over 2 days in the water park in the mall.
Right.
That was amazing. If you've ever seen pictures there, then they've got a huge wave pool.
Yes.
So it'll send waves. Those waves, if you're far enough in, there's waves that are hitting at like 4 to 5 feet high.
Oh.
Crazy. It's crazy. So they'll rent out tubes. So like the waves and the tubes hit, and like there's tubes flipping over, and it's crazy. But when the waves settle down, like it's only, even for me, I'm short, but I would think 5 feet deep at the most. But then those waves hit. It's crazy. But it was so much fun.
My earliest memories of that mall was that wave maker. I mean, just incredible. Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Between that and the water slides, I bet you the longest wait we had for a slide was close to an hour. It's like 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. But so we went to the Lego store and
let me make
got
it
something
big
for my son, and he's already built it. He requested we were going to do a live stream, but
I remember this conversation, and then
we got back last night, and he was like, "Can I open it?" I said, "Well, didn't you want to live stream it?" "No, I want to build it now." I said, "No, we're going to bed." Like we've been driving all day. And I got up this morning and literally been up for half an hour. And it's like, "Can I build that Lego set?" It's like, "No." Then I got a big poot. So I was like, "Fine." So he set up the table and he hammered it out pretty quick. But so he was getting something, so I had to get something. So I got the Imperial Probe droid.
I tell you, that is one of my favorite sets in the last bunch of years to come out of Lego. And I'm loving the stuff they're trying to do now.
Like
with the statue type builds, the sculpture type builds.
Everyone has bought one yet that I'd been holding off. I was hoping for to catch a sale, but so we were looking at the stuff that I wanted still, which I still want to get the helmets. I wanted to get this. And we did end up going to Mastermind. I had that taunting me too, to all the new sets. But I said, Nathan, I was saying, okay, these three, which one should I buy? And he pointed at this one. So, okay. So we're getting the Probe Droid today. So.
Nice.
Hopefully.
GFET Jake. Well, let me know when you want to do that one. That's something I wouldn't mind doing. Like, I wouldn't hold that in my backlog for long. Like, everything else I have in the backlog.
I might be able to squeeze a spot in with all the other buildable things. I got my Yoda, my BB-8, and
I really hate that it's been packaged in with the helmet releases, because it's not. And it even looks wrong on a shelf if it's still in a box beside the helmets. Like, should be with the other guys, the child and Yoda and all that.
They packaged that differently, eh? Like they made it part of the 18 plus sets when all the other ones, they were just normal 12 plus.
Oh.
But yeah, I like the fact if they're going to make 18 plus, they keep in the packaging all like, so if you have it sitting with the helmets and stuff, it doesn't look out of place or anything. But no, that's pretty cool. I like how they built in the base with the what do you call it? The nameplate. Yeah, the plaque. Whereas like the Porg and the BB-8, I guess the Porg and Yoda is kind of separate. Like I like the fact that if you move it around, it's together. You know what I mean?
See, I'm kind of the other way. I go, oh, this is good. If I don't want to look at it, I can easily hide it, put it behind. Buried inside the build. I've done that with one of them. I disassembled it, put it in Ziploc, and shoved it up the butt.
Yeah. One of my favorite things, the 18 plus set, so it's like starting to put like pictures of like scenes in the movies and stuff on the back.
Yeah, their presentation has gone up on, they've improved it a lot for some of the stuff.
It'll be really hard to throw the box away when they
the box art is, I mean, it's looking really good. And I'm looking at some of the sets lately, and it's like, even when I look at the Boba Fett Starship, it's just Even the back looks so good. No, I give them a lot of credit. Their artistic team does a good job on the packaging.
Getting better. They're definitely getting better. But yeah. But yeah, after that trip, there won't be a lot of spare change for buying Lego for a little bit. So
yeah, it's been an expensive couple of weeks between the repairs.
Yeah, between my truck repairs and then wasn't exactly cheap. Anywhere from $1.31 to $1.35 gas. I put on 2,600 kilometers in 6.5 days or whatever.
That's good driving. I missed the long drives. I don't know if we're going to get to the coast or anything this year. I doubt it. Summer's already half over.
So it was nice spending a good close to 4 full days in Edmonton. We drove 3.5 odd hours on Sunday, and then we were in Edmonton. And then we didn't leave till Thursday morning. Thursday morning. We stopped in Red Deer, visited with my wife's cousin. We had lunch, and then booked her down to Medicine Hat. Spent the night in Medicine Hat, and then home. Home today, or home Friday. Sorry. So we were home by 7:30 Manitoba time. That's the part. Going out there, we gained an hour because of the time change. Coming back, we lost it. So that kind of sucks when you get home. You're looking at the clock, it's like, oh, we're making good time. And then you cross the border and like, crap. Hey,
I'm desperately trying to fix the cameras. Yeah, I noticed he slipped in. How you doing?
I'm kicking myself for not taking a video. I didn't feel like it when we were at the mall. It just it was just something else. As I really enjoyed being there and all the family time, but I was like, I don't want to constantly be walking around and be one of those guys with my phone out. But afterwards, it's like, crap.
It can be really weird.
Yeah. It was busy. It was super busy there. Yeah, as far as you would think, COVID is non-existent once you get into Saskatchewan, Alberta. I would say, like employees, like people working in businesses, they're all masked up still. They got their spit shields over their cash registers and stuff like that. But as far as the public, I would say at least maybe 1 or less than 1% of people are wearing masks now.
Well, we ate for the second time in 2 weeks in a restaurant. And this time it was indoors. But you know what? No one was in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Coming back from all the running around, we were interested in getting some Vietnamese soup. And it just worked out that the first place we wanted to go, which had the superior soup, they were just too packed, so I really didn't feel comfortable with it.
Oh, yeah.
But we went to the second place. Not my choice. It wasn't that great.
Say if you didn't feel
as much as I wanted the soup, like the soup was good, but then we had rolls, and their rolls were horrible. Some places are known for their soup, some are known for their rolls. Yeah, absolutely. Pho. We love it.
Full show.
Anything I can eat with a chopstick, like, bring it on. And I love showing off my skills with chopsticks. Although we do annoy them because we always say, can you bring us the wood ones? Take out chopsticks. Because I just do better. I don't know if it's the texture of them. The first thing to do is you break them and you sit there under the table and you do that little shaving thing with them. 1, 2, like this. Because of the splinters.
Yeah.
And it always looks obscene because you're doing it under the table. But, we prefer them just easier for us.
Yeah.
My white man chopstick skills. But actually, I'm pretty good with it. I mean, I can pick up single grains of rice. I'm really good. So the reason for my expedition today was to pick up the package that they hit and run the other day.
Oh, really?
Wednesday. Yeah. 2
Rang
o'clock.
The doorbell, but didn't.
dude, they didn't even get out of the truck. But yeah, I'm not even going to switch cameras because, frankly, the other cameras are acting up. Let's see. And I'm kind of excited for this. There'll be no rush to get this one built at all, but I'm glad I got it and done. Out of the way. Ow, look at that. Almost drew blood. Almost. I was testing something earlier, though. I'll be streaming in black and white when I do the Steamboat Willie set. I totally figured out how to do it. It's going to be so cool. Yeah, the whole screen is going to be black and white.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I won't be able to have guests on in black and white unless they muck around with their setup on their end.
You're going to stab your table yet?
Oh, and that's going to flip me out. I really don't want to do that because I don't want to resurface.
Watching the way you're doing that, and it's like,
yeah, nice big gash. I mean, there's tiny micro scars in the surface of this, but it's really tough, the surface. But you're absolutely right. I don't want to do anything you guys are going to see. I mean, I don't even like to have, coffee circles or whatever. I make sure I don't have any coasters, but I'm very careful. Like, oh, got to wipe that quick.
Yeah.
So, Shazam, get rid of that. Now, I actually made a mistake when getting this. And when I ordered this, there was one of those silly little things. You can choose a gift with purchase. You got to put a stupid code in.
Oh, yeah.
I completely ignored and forgot. It was for some dumb poly bag that I honestly didn't care about, but it was a missed opportunity. Called Lego, and let's see.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Well, I'm a huge fan of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
This to me is a no-brainer. 1,300 pieces, well-packed box. But I did not get the possible gift with purchase, which would have been, I think, a friend's poly bag or something else. And trust me, I will be making no effort to get them. It's crud. And actually, if I go to... see? My wife likes that one.
There's so many little...
But we both don't like the new apartment. The new Friends set, the second one? Yeah, I can't see us getting it unless it's discounted or I use points or something. But, and I've got an obscene amount of points on one of my accounts.
Well, I was really checking that set out when we were in the mall, and looking at the back and all the show references, the bits and pieces, cool. Like it even got the when George is posing on the couch or whatever, and they have that on a pile in there. It's hilarious.
I love it. I turned this camera on and it went all fuzzy. Like, you dirty. I mean, it's all pixelated. Thanks a lot. I can't catch a break. There we go.
It's that's going to be a great set. I usually don't get into the idea sets, but that's one that I'm going to think long and hard on it. But I think I'm going to be upset if I miss the opportunity and don't buy it.
See, now I'm so into these nostalgia sets that I would like to get a lot of extra parts for the cameras and lighting rigs and stuff.
Yeah.
And just, mock something and then put those camera and lighting rigs on. Like, do the Star Trek bridge, but then put the lighting rigs on there.
Yeah. Make it like a studio, yeah.
Yeah, just, I don't know, just something that
did they do that with the Big Bang Theory? Was the light, did they have the lighting things?
You
think they did?
I didn't build it. I didn't build
I remember
it
you
yet.
took it apart when you bought it. It was already built. I can remember you ripping it apart.
Well, the problem is Big Bang Theory, I got two of them. My daughter's got one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she basically got mine. So then I got the second one. Hang on a sec. I see it. No.
don't think it does.
No lighting rig. So, but there you go. So there's an excuse right there to get some more parts, replicate the lighting rig setup.
You got Kevin's attention when you said Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek. Yeah. Well, yeah, build a mock of the bridge or something. Although August 15th, depending how things work out, I may yet have a Star Trek bridge anyway, because one of the August 15th show people, if things work out, I'm trying to figure out how to display this, is going to be bringing me some Star Trek sets to look at.
Oh, cool.
Specifically, I wanted the Klingon set since I already have the Enterprise. And they have a Mega Bloks Klingon with Bird of Prey and the Klingon Destroyer. And apparently she's got both. So I'm hoping that August 15th, if they don't close down that show, that she'll be able to bring me something to look at. Because she already gave me a good deal on that Optimus Prime set. I looked it up online. Actually, I come out smelling like a rose on that Optimus Prime set. Yeah. I mean, it's not a perfect box or anything, but it's a sealed set.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically I paid a third, which is great.
Oh, wow.
Because I just, and I wasn't trying to get a good deal on it or anything. It's just like, oh, what a unique set. And it's not Legos, so it's something I wanted to try. And still, I'm looking at some of the G.I. Joe stuff. It's like, oh, God, some of this is so bad.
Yeah.
They are. It's like, it's so funny to have all these sets and like already be kind of let down. Because I'll tell you the truth, like when I was first ordering them, you couldn't tell how good they were. Not from my original photos that I was seeing. So hang on, let's see. What's Kevin saying? I'll look at on big screen. Wait, Rick, are you talking toys or Lego? So this is not Mega.
Well, Mega? The Mega.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Mega. Yeah, it's Mega Bloks Star Trek.
Mega for the Star Trek, and the Transformer, that was like an action figure type.
Transformers is Creo.
Creo, right.
But yeah, Mega Bloks for the Star Trek stuff. And they don't just have those 3 ships, of which I got the big Enterprise, which is the best one. They also did the Pro Builder version of the TNG Enterprise. I would love to get it if I can get it at a good price. Trying to think what else. They have 3 or 4 play sets with 2 figures each, kind of. One with Kirk and Spock doing that battle to the death thing. I wish I could remember all the sets. You think of being a Star Trek fan, I would remember the episodes are based on, but yeah. The play sets don't interest me much. It's always the other things, the builds, the ships, right?
I'm kind of kicking myself not getting that. What was it? There was some Masters of the Universe stuff at Toys R Us.
Those deals, yeah, I know. And I'm sitting there looking like I probably should try and stock up on some of it.
Well, I looked at one, like I should have got that Wind Raider, because it had He-Man and Skeletor in it, plus a build.
Did it have both of them?
Yeah, well, at least I'm assuming. They've got
right now, I'm so far behind, I can't even pull them out. Everything is so buried.
At least it's on the box art, but it was like $16. I don't know what it was regular price, but
I want to say 25, but 25. Trust me, it was a good deal you showed me.
Yeah.
I just wish they would drop Castle Grayskull again, because it is so worth buying 1, 2, 5 of them, whatever, and sitting on it for 2 years. Trust me, when it's gone, that's a $600 to $1,000 set as soon as it's impossible to get.
Yeah.
Right now, you can still get it in lots of places for 300 Canadian. But as soon as it's gone, like 600 to 1,000. Easy.
Because we're all in the same boat. We're waiting to see if we can catch a sale, and then you wait too long.
Yeah.
I'm like, crap, now I want to just, hopefully I can find it for retail. Good luck.
but
That's
I
why. Well,
absolutely love more.
that TMNT set, I'm for a long time after that, you could still get it. I'm sure that was retail what it was up for, and it was free shipping.
Well,
Free
I was so
shipping.
glad I was able to throw you a bone on that one.
Yeah, and I've been talking about it for a couple of years.
Yeah, and I'm sitting like, oh, I should have
Yeah.
done it. Yeah, like, and
But
trust
yeah,
me,
I
at the
bet you
show,
for
what was I looking for? I was looking for that set.
Yeah.
Trust me, I spent 2 hours. I was looking in bins, looking for that set.
Yeah.
Star Wars videos. I'll tell you what. I'll commit to doing one for next weekend. How about that? I mean, I'm off till Wednesday. I go back Wednesday, but I don't know what kind of building I'm going to get done because I'm still behind. I'm just about finished my gardens video. It's got about 2 hours worth of tweaking on the edits.
Have you been playing with the lighting on it at all, or?
Well, the lighting is done. I just got to bury the wires more cleanly. I wish it's not the wires aren't long. I wish they were just longer.
Yeah.
Or there was a good way to hide the battery box. But you know what? You could pretty much hide the battery box in the top, and unless you're looking for it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
it probably won't show up in your pictures anyways, the way if you got it up there.
Oh, I could absolutely gimmick my picture so you wouldn't see it for sure.
Yeah.
I shoot around it, but I think it's important to leave it out where people can see it. People want to see the lights, and as cool as that set was to finally build and get done and light up, and the included kit is nice. It's good value for what it is.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's not hard, but it's not easy either. Especially to have it look good. Because if I took the easy way out, the bottom wouldn't light up. And I desperately wanted that bottom part to light up half decent.
Yeah.
But once it's built, you can't, I mean, my fingers aren't gigantic, but you can't get them in there to lay, to pull off the paper and tack it down. I don't know what they are, 8 inches each. You got 4 lines, 8 inches each, give or take. 2 of them are easy to put in. And then the other 2, if you want to put them in ideal spots to light the bottom, it's really hard. And I didn't want to break the set again.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me 45 minutes, I think, or half an hour to figure out how to build those 8 steps over in such a way that it would be rock solid. Because it's beyond me. There was just no way. If you clamp down one side, the other side wouldn't clamp down. So the only way to do it was take those 8 steps off, build it separately, and try and jam the whole one piece on and work it on, and then do the same for the opposing side. And then that works great. And since no one that I've seen who's put out a video, including Nunez, has showed the build, even if they time lapse it, they don't slow it down enough to talk about it. No one will show you how to do it.
Yeah.
So my live streams are as good as it gets because no one's done it. But at least I should probably take timestamps to show how I did it. I don't know any other way to do it because that took a long time to figure out how I was going to put that in there.
Exactly. Have you been watching any footage or anything from Brik Fair, Virginia at all this week?
Honestly, the only thing I've watched this weekend from that show was whatever Brick Hive has streamed.
Yeah, same actually.
And it's not from lack of interest. I've actually removed a lot of my subs out there. So if anyone was putting stuff out there, I haven't seen it yet. And I'm hoping high quality stuff comes out later. Beyond the Brick will probably have the best thing going, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
They got to be there, right? I mean,
but yeah, I was watching Hives. I've been watching Hives vlogs every morning, and it's funny now. Some of the mocks that he's had video of, then they're starting to pop up. The original creator is putting posts on some of the Facebook groups, so it's kind of cool to get some good still photos of these mocks too. But I see Rich Boy J, he finished his Star Killer.
Yeah, that thing's
And
huge.
he had it all at that one in Texas, but it looks like he brought a portion of it. He drove to Virginia
Wow.
because in the B3 of Brick Hives, he's in that. I think he just brought the forward section, like the stage and that part of it.
The flat part.
Yeah, but
Yeah, probably because
that's
it's easy to
amazing.
transport. And Jeff says Beyond the Brick is there. I'm glad. I mean, I expected them to be there. I couldn't see them missing it because they've always had the best overall convention coverage, and they usually get pretty exclusive coverage after hours or before hours.
Right.
So yeah, Kevin, there's the Prime that I picked up last week at a local show. EDAD set, if I got that right. No, sorry, 30689. Yeah, because EDAD is just age in French, right? 30689 Optimus Prime. And it's apparently transformable on top of everything else. So I get to build this brick-based Prime, and I get to transform. I figured that's so cool. What's weird, though, he kind of looks like Metroplex. If you remember the City Transformer from back in the day.
I
You don't
don't
remember
know.
Metroplex? Big white kind of city thing. He was the most monstrous one you could get when we were kids, anyway.
Yeah.
But
See,
the body build looks like Metroplex a little for some
I was
reason.
kind of on the late end of Transformers. Like I remember it really young. I remember like the old cartoon stuff like that, and I can still hear the theme song and stuff playing in my head. But by the time I was probably 5 or 6, it was long gone.
Yeah.
So I remember like Ghostbusters and then Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. That's what was on TV when my
Well, for me,
childhood anyway.
the Transformers and G.I. Joe hour, that was the thing. After school, get home, watch. Trying to remember which one was first. I want to say Transformers, and then G.I. Joe coming out
Right.
of Buffalo. So Jeff's asking, have either of us been to a convention?
No.
The Canadian ones, yeah, and a few in the States. But we, before COVID, we did Bricks in the Six, which was the best representation, I think, at least in the Ontario area, since BrickFet, when that disappeared. Bricks in the Six was amazing, and I can't wait till it comes back. It doesn't look like this year's the year. Hopefully next year, because BrickFet, for their first outing, was it in 2019, did an amazing job. 2 huge showrooms at the hotel they were in downtown, and it was a nice, prestigious hotel. So clean. It was for a first outing. It was amazing. I'm hoping they turned a profit. I don't know if they did. I got a feeling they went overboard on it. What am I seeing here? Kevin's saying, yeah, Transforms, and yes, Metroplex was a Cybertron city on Earth, probably early G2. I wish I could have, back in the day, afforded that. That would have been something. Although I did see a newer one that looked amazing. But I don't know if it's from Takara or Hasbro, or if it was someone else that made it. Because, at the toy shows, I could see all of them. And we got the Transformers Toy Con, I want to say in the fall, coming back. I'm hoping. I think the 401 crew that usually put it on are going to bring it back. And what's Mr. Blue saying? Brick Hive went to a convention this week. He did 3 vlogs. Yeah, that's what we were discussing there.
That's Virginia.
Which is honestly the only Virginia footage I've really seen. I'm sure all the typical YouTubers who went, we're going to see. I mean, Mandar must have done something, right?
Yeah, his probably be another week before you see it.
Clean it up, edit it, and do everything he's going to do with it.
Because I think he's always a couple weeks behind on his vlogs, usually.
Yeah, Jeff, you've probably seen me at either BrickFet. I wasn't an exhibitor or seller, although, I did sell stuff out of a backpack there once, twice. But yeah, Bricks in the Six is something we're quite proud of. I mean, they did such a great show here. Oh, Jeff, you're part of. Oh, there you go. Nice. I even helped get some people to BrikFet one year just because, some people had some financial issues. And it's like, yeah, I wanted them to go so I could meet them and support the community. And they were exhibiting some of their own mocks too. So it's like, yeah, I'll help them get there. Why not? Got to meet some cool people. BrikFet was great for the years that it ran. I don't know if it ran at a profit or not. I mean, I'm sure that's in the back of their heads to try and run at a profit, but some people just want to have the show to have the show,
Yeah.
But we definitely need to return to the shows. I was so happy to go to St. Catharines last weekend, and me and my wife got to go to that toy show. It's like, yeah, this is nice. And, and when we pulled up, though, and we looked around and we only saw like 8 cars in that section of the hotel's parking lot. It's like, oh no, this is going to be so bad.
Yeah.
And then I realized, not bad for me though.
Yeah.
Bad for them, bad for the sellers, right? I mean, I don't know what they paid per table or whatever, none of my business, but we're coming slowly out of COVID. So for me, this is not a bad thing where it's not going to be too many people. I'm not going to have 20 people in front of me at a table that I want to see some. I mean, that's the problem with some shows. Once it's too big, you can't get near a table to see stuff.
Yeah.
And then worse, everyone brings their kids. See, there was none of that. I felt not a family affair. People just not comfortable yet, at least here in Ontario.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so nice to do the show. And it's like, hey, August 15th, as long as they don't get shut down, I'm going. Even if I buy nothing, I'm going to go and talk with people, support them if I can.
Yeah, they don't seem to ever have shows or anything like that in Manitoba. I know Saskatoon, I'm sure they have in the past few years, but yeah, nothing. I mean,
there's lugs out there.
Anyway.
There's lugs out there, so I'm kind of surprised that there isn't a show. But if there's not enough demand, then I understand.
Yeah, I think there is a Manitoba lug. I did actually just kind of peek into that. But like as far as for me, like I'm not a mock builder, so that's
what's tough for some people. If you're not into the building of the mocks, because building the sets doesn't get you anywhere with the lugs, and kind of gets you snubbed at some of them. You're like, I would look at you. You just build from instructions.
Yeah,
poo on you.
Yeah.
But that's my experience with some people. I know some people in Toro Lug who are like, I can't believe the attitudes of these people. And that's fine. Legos different for different people.
Yeah.
But, I have mocked, and I've been proud to mock some stuff, but it's time consuming. And showing off your mocks. Building it's one thing. Do you want to show it off and have people comment on it? Because it doesn't matter how good or bad it is, someone's going to find a way to crap on it. Hopefully you get enough good feedback, but you always get that one douchebag who says the wrong thing to you. And it's like, really? Really? You had to say that. You couldn't just move on. It's like, you dick.
Thanks. Hey, thanks. Have a nice day.
You came out to say that to me. Can't remember. Actually, Jeff streamed the other night. I think they were talking about some of this with, when people are doing stuff and just some of the negativity that can come forward sometimes. It's like, why? Why do you got to say something like that? Just move on. You really, or someone was trying to, it was the Jang. No, it might have been Macro's stream. Sorry. And someone was commenting on videos and views and reviews and stuff. And it's like, you can't put out this review video because someone else like Jang has done it. Really? I don't know. See, people did that when I put out my Warthog video. I had the same thing. People say, "Who are you?" Well, you know what? That video naturally got almost 50,000 views and it's still growing. And it's second only to Jang. So you know what?
Exactly.
Screw you guys. And it did it on its own. So I don't care what anyone says. I'll put out a video if it gets 5 views or 5,000. Too bad. Yeah. Don't watch it. Don't like it. And if you're toxic, I will block you because I don't care. I was in Macro stream. Some twit named Yes Sir was in there. I don't know what's going on before I walked in. and he immediately said something to me, and I immediately blocked him, so I never see another word from him until he changes accounts.
Yeah.
And then he was apologetic, and Scott was apologetic. It's like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, that's someone else's beef. I'm too
Well,
old
it's the
to care
beauty of
anymore.
blocking it, then you don't have to look. You don't have to see it anymore.
Let him talk and burn
Good for
himself
you.
out.
Yeah.
You know, he says Rick sucks this and whatever. It's like, that's okay. You burn yourself out, you dumb tool.
Yeah.
I'm too old to care. Literally, that's it. Fortunately, this community is a lot more inclusive than exclusive.
Yeah.
And for those that are antisocial twits, Brixie, oh, that come back hard there. Oh, gotta watch out for that second shot. It makes you say things.
Yeah.
We were joking about this at work. You get Tourette's when you get your second shot. Oh yeah, it makes you swear and you. Dick. Yeah. Antisocial guy who doesn't appreciate his audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, you know what? All the power to him. He's figured out something that we haven't.
What are you planning for your next build? It's going to be Lego. Going to be
Mega. I tell you, man.
Off-brand. I guess the last thing you did was the camera, eh?
I really got to get back into Lego, if only because I think it's been either Mega specific and then the off-brand stuff. But yeah, that camera is something else. I still got it handy too.
I think you built that when I was away, so I saw little bits and pieces the odd time. I just popped on and just watched for a few minutes. But
I mean, can I make this one? Let's see. There's only
crazy, eh?
Yeah. Now this is diamond block.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, didn't really realize that when I'm ordering it, but you know what? Look at the scale of it in my hand. That is not bad.
It's maybe 3/4 scale, maybe.
I would call that close to 3/4 scale. Like it feels like it's probably a little small to whatever it's probably trying to mimic.
Yeah.
But that is so slick. It's not perfect. I modified it inside using some of the extra parts. I like it. I don't know if I'll bother buying any more of them. I wanted to try it. I do love cameras, so.
I think you had a piece fall off. I can see it on your table.
No, I have all the extra parts still sitting here.
Oh.
Yeah, these aren't the extra ones that I used to fix it, but I've got like 5 more parts, which of course, being not Lego, are going to be like even more useless to me. But no, I think it's great. I love that.
Well, I think for me, I'll show off what I think this is what I'm going to build next.
Ooh, all right. See what you got going on. I don't need that. I should move that.
So I think that's what it's going to be.
Ooh, nice.
You can get at that. So
I'm about to take mine apart, actually. I was taking stock of some of the stuff in the one cabinet where I got most of the Star Wars near my TV, and it's like, it's time.
Yeah,
it's time.
I want to start getting at some of the UCS sets because I've got like a 16-inch deep by 10-foot long shelf above me here. And that's what I put it up there for, was to finally be able to put UCS sets up on display.
So you feel secure that it's going to stay up?
Oh yeah, no, it's sturdy. It's sturdy.
It's funny. The only reason I asked that is because I've probably got 6 friends in the last week now. They're Lego shelves of all different configurations.
Oh really?
Yep. With some of their big sets, with their modulars. 2 guys with their Falcons, 1 guy with his Jurassic Park set. All their larger sets.
Oh, really? Well,
and it's not just one set for each guy either. So parts are intermingled. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking here. I've got in each. So I got 2 5-foot shelves that I cut it. I cut it and butted them together so it'd make a 10-foot. But I've got 4 L brackets, 2 per shelf, with 3. I think they're like 2.5-inch wood screws going into studs. They're not coming down.
Okay.
I'm not too concerned. I guess it'll make for a good video if the day the shelf broke or something. But they're what are the 1/2-inch particle board? I think is what they are. So that should be strong enough. I hope. Yeah.
I gotta decide if I'm gonna buy the other 2 guys I'm missing. The problem is the green one I'm positive will be the most expensive one because of course everyone wants a Master Chief looking guy.
Yeah.
And for some reason there's a second one that's kind of blue like this other one. I don't get why they would do 2 that are
close to the same color, eh?
Close to the same color. Seems foolish. But honestly, I mean, at 26 pieces, I could build them all in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just they're all basically identical. They're just color variants.
That's it.
Oh, each has a different weapon. That's it.
You could do a stream and put them all together kind of thing.
Put them all together. If they're affordable, I'll pick up the other 2. If not, I won't care. I wanted 1 and I got 3. So now I got to decide, am I going to have 5?
Yeah.
I have so much stuff. I mean, everything for the last few weeks is all still
sitting there.
I've touched none of it. I am so bad, including my buddy's Prime. Actually, I tell you the truth, this is still the coolest thing sitting on my desk right now.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
Look at that, eh? All chromed out.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, this thing transforms.
When we were in Edmonton, I ended up, it was like a block away from the hotel. There was an EB Games. Like, well, gonna have to stop in there and check out for Black Series. So we popped in there.
Yeah.
But I talked to the employee for a bit there, and he's like, "Oh, what are you looking for?" And like, "Oh yeah, the clones and stuff like that. They're gone pretty quick." He's like, "I can put your name on a list," and then, well, that ain't gonna help me. I'm 12 hours from home. But,
yeah, 12 hours from home, and you're not going to be high on that list either.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guarantee you, EB Games, they got their favorite customers who are 2 minutes away, who spend big bucks.
Well, did you hear? I heard something that there's talk that EB Games is going to be rebranded into GameStop's coming in 2022 or something. But I've heard GameStop is going out of business in the U.S., so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, which name do they think is better? I don't know.
It's basically, they look like it's more or less the same damn thing. Like, even
I tell you, I watch a lot of guys who talk about EB Games, and it is such a dirty business. Anyone who's worked for them will tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're sharks. For one thing, they don't want to sell new video games. There's no profit on it. They want to sell you used video games. Which is why you see half the shelves are used video games.
Yeah.
Because they make huge markups on those. And they pay you almost nothing when you trade in your games.
Yeah.
And then you see that they're only $5 less than new sealed games. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
For $5, I'll buy the new one sealed.
Guy played it for a year or whatever, and it's $5 less. Like, not a chance.
Or even a year or even a couple of weeks or whatever, but still, I'm not thrilled with that kind of setup.
Hey, Jordan.
Good memory. I struggled for half a second there. It's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And you beat me to it. Hey, Jordan. So you're going to be around later, Jordan? Around what time is it now? 10:14. You're going to be around in an hour when I start another stream. Going to midnight locally here in the Eastern time zone to see, so that we can all suffer together watching Lego's website crash and killer orders. And
yeah,
I've already populated it with, a keychain on my phone, but At about 22, I'll probably start going refresh, see if I can order something. Refresh, see if I can order something.
Yeah, Jordan, I rolled through your hometown there this week. Just momentarily. Stop for gas and continue on.
We have a DVR and don't know how to use it. Ooh. Hey, you know what? Don't kill it. That DVR is going to be collectible someday. A rider's pick? What am I missing here when he says a rider's pick?
Rough Riders?
Oh. And only 8:14 for me? Oh, the time.
Time. Like I said, when we crossed into Saskatchewan, we gained an hour on the trip, which is really nice when you're starting your road trip. But coming home that's a long day, and you lose an hour on top of it.
Yeah, we know who you are, Jordan. It's just my brain. I'm a little old, you know. I know I shaved it all off, you know, most of it. I was sitting there. My daughter was commenting because I was sitting there twisting. She goes, "Daddy, your beard is split." I go, "Well, technically, you leave your beard long enough, and it goes like that." You look at old pictures, like Robin Hood in the movies and stuff, old English stuff, and you see the hairs on the beards, and they go in different directions. Then French guys will sit there with the mustaches.
I would say they start getting the double.
Yep. And it's like, mine does the same thing. And that's when I know, okay, it's time to go now. I'm playing with it too much. It's kind of ridiculous. But, at work you wear a mask. So it's like so many people don't even know, that I got the gray beard and mustache. So
yeah. Well, that's what a few people have commented. I'll be talking to them or whatever, and they don't hear me, and I'll pull the mask down, repeat it. And they're like, "God, you're sure gotten gray." It's like, I've had gray hair for 15 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, this is it.
I don't think it's gotten that much worse in a year, but
yeah, the gray I've had forever. It's the quantity of hair that's slowly working its way down, and I'm cool with that too. I shave it. I shave it off. No worries.
Jordan's got no hair apparently.
But
we're all Saskatchewan.
Well, that's what my next stream is for, Jake. We're going to stay up and try and crash their website. This is it. This is an actual dox attempt or whatever. We're going to take it offline. Refresh.
Yeah, Jordan's talking about no mass in Saskatchewan or Alberta. That was it's going to be rough next week having to put a mask back on here in Manitoba. It was a nice. That was the longest in like a year and a half I haven't put a mask on. So
oh, really?
It was weird. Yeah. Really weird. Spent the whole week never digging it out. So
yeah, I'm curious when we're gonna be allowed to not wear them.
Yeah.
Indoors in Ontario. I'm not in a terrible rush, but I am definitely sick of wearing them. Well, it's definitely. Where's Mr. Blue's comment here? Well, it's definitely cleaner and easier. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I can use the body wash and do everything. Cheaper too.
Jordan was in Calgary. That's actually, I didn't stop in Calgary. We just we kind of skipped that, but last two times we were out there, we did Calgary, so we just took a break from it. Although I didn't get to go to the Brik bin. That was kind of kicked myself. Would have liked to.
Yeah.
Peeked in there. I thought of it. And it's,
if I can get out your way next summer, like I hope we can, that's got to be a stop for me. Even if I don't video it, just so I can go in there and
just peek in.
And see if there's something I need to buy.
There's so much stuff in there from the vlogs I've seen. You could easily spend probably a couple hours picking through, because like they got bins you can pull out and sift through. And
yeah, it would almost be worth it for me to make an arrangement before I go out there to say, hey, I'll do this and that, and can I get some exclusive time in your store, even after hours or something. Guarantee I buy something just to make it worth his time or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how he.
Yes, I'm not the name that we cannot speak on my channel.
Yeah.
But actually, you can't. I'm pretty sure you'll get booted if you type it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I added that to the bad words. I don't have many bad words, but if you type that one in, I think it blocks you or kicks you out. If for no other reason, just because some of his moderators are uber pricks.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, okay. What sets are you getting? Well, you really should be on, come onto the stream or at least into the chat in an hour to find out what I'm hunting. Why I'm wasting time staying up at midnight. Because so many people I talk to, oh yeah, I'm just going to the store tomorrow. I don't want to go to the store tomorrow. I really don't. And I hate the idea of going to my Lego store when I'm not even allowed to go to the pad wall. As far as I know, we still can't here.
Oh, we can walk by
working.
it, but
3 Lego stores, 10, 15 minutes drive away, any direction, these 3 stores. One I could walk to in 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. And I can't go to the pad walls, pick a brick. And it's like, no interest. I can just go online, get free shipping, and stay away from people.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it'd be nice to stand in line and talk with them. Who knows? Maybe I'll get up early. If things don't go well tonight, maybe I will get up early. But that's the other thing. I go to the mall and there's going to be guys who are going to be there 3 or 4 hours early if security lets them into the mall. Who knows? This is not what it was 2 or 3 years ago. Where it was super easy to go stand in line for hours. They don't want us in the malls. They don't want us hanging around.
Well, we were about 20th in line for R2. But it's too bad it ended up after the fact, everyone's posting pictures, and it's like, we're like, I saw you at the mall. Too bad if I didn't know it was you, we would have had a chat or whatever. It's like, oh, crap. Yeah. It's funny. Everyone starts posting pictures on Facebook, and it's like, that's Winnipeg. You were there. Yeah.
Oh, Jeff's trying to. Hey, Jeff, I'll make it even easier for you. Dufferin and Lawrence area. So if you know Toronto, then you got an idea. But yeah, none of the stores are far, and even Vaughan Mills, the 4th store, which isn't corporate store, it's an attraction, a licensed attraction. They pay licensing fees to have the branding and the property and everything.
Is that like Legoland or whatever?
It's kind of like a little gimmick thing where you got the store, and it looks kind of like a typical store. It's a little smallish as far as stores go. And they got to pick a brick, but it's done by weight, not by cup, which is a little bit different. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. And because otherwise you pay $20 Canadian, right? $19.99 for a cup. Yeah. Well, you go in there and you pay by weight. At least last time I bothered. But they got a whole second section for the kids that it's a paid attraction. You go in there, you pay whatever. And they can spend whatever amount of time, and there's little gimmicky things. I haven't been able to go inside because as an adult without a young enough kid.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one night a month we're allowed to go in without kids.
Yeah.
Where it's not super creepy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's for the kids.
Yeah. Well, and I think $19.99, I think, wasn't it if you bring your own cup, which you probably can't do right now?
Yeah, no one wants you to bring your own cups right now either. Yeah. So there's no savings.
So was it $1 savings if you brought your own cup?
Yeah, and I've never done it. I've given away or sold my cups. I've never once taken the cups back.
Yeah, no, when I was going to Winnipeg before COVID, I'd always bring the cups just in the off chance there was stuff I wanted, and then I had more cups. So I figured, the even better deal if it saved. I'm pretty sure it was $1, if not $2.
Oh, look at this. Jeff's dropping some knowledge here on me here. It's now back to being co-owned by Lego. I wonder why they would bother. I wonder if that means, one thing that was cool about the Vaughan Mills location, the 4th location, the non-corporate store, was that a lot of gift with purchase polybag type stuff, you could just buy straight out. Go up there, pay $5-6, walk out. You're not paying anything else. No, I'm going to buy something and return it kind of gimmick. You just bought the gift with purchases, and it was great.
Well, I've seen some people were doing that. Like Toys R Us gets a hold of some of those polybags.
Yep.
And then they've got them behind the counter, and you can, unless you ask, you don't know, but
You don't
they're
know.
up for
You
sale.
got to ask. Yep.
And then people are showing off and say, "Hey, I got this Toys R Us." They just let me buy it.
Yep.
Guess I got to get used to asking.
Oh yeah. Mastermind, not so much, but by all means, make friends with whatever store you go to, because someone's always got something. Even sometimes just promotional giveaways that they're, the displays and stuff. Ask. Can't hurt. Because I know people, we're changing over and we got this new display, and they're told to destroy the old one, and they'll let you walk out with it.
Oh, really?
Don't, and I want to be that guy walking out with the stuff. I got to make some better connections.
Well, and for me, all that fun stuff, it's a couple-hour drive, so.
Yeah, Jeff, that's my understanding too, is the VIP is rubbish up there. Like, it doesn't work.
Oh, really?
And even the .ca website tells you something to that effect, that the third-party attractions are not currently involved in it.
See you, Mr. Blue.
You out of here, Mr. Blue? Have a good one.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut this down so I can take a break. And when's my next one? 11:15 my time. It's 10:26 right now.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Hey, I'm glad to have you back on.
If you guys want to subscribe to my channel, Brik Maniak81.
Yep. And I'm
great.
Pretty sure I put a link in the show notes. So if you want something clickable, it should be something that goes to his YouTube channel. Brik Maniak81.
Next couple of weeks, we're going to be building the UCSB wing. So there'll be some live streams. We'll see if I upgrade my internet by then, because I've gone back and watched some of my live streams, and it gets choppy for a couple minutes, and then it gets good again. Watching it.
Some of that, the internet's the internet. Things happen. Yeah. And keep in mind something. If you are using StreamYards, right, your stuff's going to them, and then it's going out from them to whatever services you're streaming on. Yeah. So sometimes you don't know where the bottleneck is. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's that last mile between your carrier and you. And sometimes it's the internet going to StreamYards, or even StreamYards going to YouTube or Facebook or Twitch.
Yeah.
Or a little bit of all three, I know I'm having a few hiccups lately, because when I'm watching YouTube or Netflix, we're seeing this.
Oh, yeah.
And it is brutal the last few weeks. And we're seeing it every 12 to 18 minutes for about 20 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It does that every now and then for us, but not it. Like, I can sit there and watch a movie. Sometimes it's fine. And the others, it may be twice through the movie it'll do it, but definitely not every 12 to 18 minutes.
It seems to be that close, because I do watch a lot more content than anyone else does in the house. That's actually streamed.
I did a speed test while I was sitting here waiting for you to start, and actually I was quite surprised. Like, I'm plugged in to I got the Ethernet hooked up. Figured that'd be better, and I'm supposed to get 25 megabytes download. It was only doing like 15. And then my upload speed is crap. It's like 2. It's brutal.
You can do with 2 though. Like, that'll work.
Yeah. Well,
but if anyone is doing anything else, so if someone else is doing Netflix and someone else is playing a game in your house, and then you only have 2, your QoS, your quality of service, on your router. There's tweaks you can do where you can probably put more of it on your particular IP for, your computer for streaming. Yeah. But it might be a little thin for you sometimes.
Yeah. Like, we don't have a separate router. It's all from the Dell MTS box or whatever.
Okay. So there's probably not a lot you could easily tweak without knowing the settings and how to get into that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very fortunate that when we got the Rogers box that I currently got, I had my buddy who's really great, and he figured out how to get into it beyond the basic settings and do some tweaks there. Yeah. Because my home router was already pretty sweet at the time,
Yeah.
But of course, we wanted to shut off the Wi-Fi that's on the Rogers router. I prefer to have 100% control of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So we shut off the Rogers Wi-Fi and only have everything hardwired. And but yeah,
Well, it'd be
he
nice to be
knew all
able
the
to
ins and
tweak
outs.
It would be nice to tweak it yourself. Like I know when we have had troubles, then you got to get on the phone with Bell MTS and then you sit in there wait, and then they get you like troubleshoot stupid. Like we were having issues with ours, and I bet you I'd made like 5 phone calls, and they get us to troubleshoot and do the same crap over and over again.
It's so
I'm
bad.
saying like I think I need a new box. Like it's something in it. Like I need a service call. No, doing the same
Oh,
crap.
trust me, my wife will
Unplug
pack
it,
up
plug
that
it
white
back in
box under
again.
the desk, and she'll just take it right to the Rogers store, and
Yeah.
she will demand. Oh yeah, she'll be in that store, and they will be
It's
glad
funny.
to give her one to get out.
We had the same one for over 5 years, and then we noticed everything was going to crap in the house, so we complained, and they did a test, and they're like, "Yeah, there's something wrong. We're going to send you a new box." Great. So we did that, and then after about 6 months, it up and everything calved here again, and we finally, after all that work, we finally got another box again. But what speed? We've got 525 is what they call a Bell MTS, but which I'm looking. I don't even think it's offered anymore because I was playing on their website. I don't even see that offering. So now it's either 5, which I think is less service, and then they got 50 and then 100. But from what I see, I'm paying. I could probably get 500 for maybe just a little more than what I'm paying already.
Yeah,
and that's 100. That's 100 up and 100 down. So
for years I was on Tech Savvy here in Ontario because they sublease capacity on Rogers, and it was funny. I mean, they're piggybacking Rogers, but they were offering superior service, and I had no troubles. Once a year, we made one phone call, and things would fix within 25 minutes of that call. Not another problem for a year. And we did that for years. And we had even moved our modem with us. And but then it just got to a point where, you know what? Finally, Rogers was being competitive with the guys who were subleasing their stuff out. And it's like, well, you know what? Goodbye, Tech Savvy.
Yeah.
And of course,
you get discounts for having all your services.
Tech calls with Tech Savvy, they had instituted high fees. So if they actually had to come out, and it's funny, they wouldn't be the ones coming out; it'd be Rogers coming out anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we're paying you for the subleased service, but if it's now starting to fail or have issues, I'm going to have to pay, and I'm going to have to pay to Rogers. At that point, it's kind of like. That's when my wife put us back on Rogers proper.
Yeah.
And it's been good for years until we painted a month ago. Wouldn't it be funny if it's something we did? If it is, it won't be hard to diagnose because we'll just rip up the wires and lay down new wire. And if that won't work, I'll put a new modem in. I mean, it won't be hard. It'll just be a few steps and something will work.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I used to love Tech Savvy. I mean, they were beasts. And I even had an uncapped modem forever. And they said, "Oh, we have a new modem." Nope, it's okay. They wanted to send me a new modem. Nope, it's okay. Because my modem was uncapped and they couldn't do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
They were dying to send me the new modem. And maybe that's why it got sketchy towards the end. They figured out a good way to start screwing with me. But for like 3 years, I say, "Oh, we have this modem and it won't cost you more and the speeds will be faster." I go, "No, it's okay," because I already knew how fast my modem could go and it was uncapped. And I was doing speed tests. And I go, "No, there's nothing you can offer me I don't already have."
Yeah.
And I was paying, 30% less I was paying on Rogers for the sublease service. It's like, yeah, it's okay. No, don't need your new hardware. I'm like that. I will stay on this old stuff. My mom's got whatever the latest Rogers is at her place. And, so she's got all these satellite things and nothing's wired. It's all Wi-Fi. I go, I don't want that. I don't want to be sit there watching TV and watching the streaming cable or whatever and watch it all get pixely and noisy at times.
Yeah.
Because it's not that it's horrible at her place, but I see it. I want everything hardwired as much as possible.
Yeah,
And even a year ago when we had re-upped or whatever with Rogers, and they said, "Oh, we'll give you this piece of hardware and this piece of hardware." It's like, no, I don't want you in my place. I don't want your new hardware, and I don't want everything going through the air. Sorry, and I will fight it until I can't.
Yeah,
I will be the last one to have the newest stuff, and then I'll go, "Why didn't I have this before?"
Yeah,
that's the thing, because that's the way it always is. Like, oh, it's so good now. Yeah, I fight it. I have had that. What are you saying, Jeff? Here, let's see. Come in and replace a line in the house, and it did not have to pay anything. Oh, that's good. So maybe things have changed, but I remember there was a point where, that's the thing. I never had problems with Tech Savvy, and then it got to a point where, well, I'm having some problems, and now you guys are saying it's going to cost me, and it's like, oh, we're going to look. And my wife looked and found us what was the better deal. Yeah, I mean, I love to be hardwired as much as possible in every way. The only thing that isn't, the phones. I turn off everything else. The TV's hardwired too. It's like I can go wireless on that. The Xbox could be wireless. Nope, wired.
Yeah.
I got blue cables everywhere. I got these little, I don't know what you call them, bridging pieces of rubber. They go over the cable. You still shouldn't ever walk on wires, but you technically could with these because they support 400 pounds of weight or something.
Yeah, it should be safe enough.
Should be safe enough, but you never know. Hey, it's been there 15 years. Yeah. If it's finally gone, then that's okay. That's on me. All right, I'm shutting it down.
But
I will catch you guys in a bit if you're back around. Awesome.
For sure.
All right. Peace.
See you guys.